buddy Nerdigans. This is the one and only packergirl 89 of Nerdigan Today. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Sakamoto Days chapter 260. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little Bubba kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that, so we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season in full swing in which we're covering Akane Banashi, Yomi no Tsugai, Miramashita Urumikun, Digimon Beat Break, Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom, Witch Hat Atelier, Marriage Talks, and Boku no Hero Academia 170 plus one more, aka Shippergeddon 2.0. And there's even more on the way, including Sakamoto Days. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last chapter of Sakamoto Days, we started getting into the rockin' battle between Tanabata and Shin. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. A large-scale clash occurred early this morning. The conflict is between the new JAA and the Anti-Killing Alliance. Battles have broken out simultaneously in multiple occasions, and tense fighting is ongoing. The total number of dead and injured from this series of clashes is expected to reach several hundred people. It's a civil war! Is it? Yeah! Is this really happening in Japan? Yep, yes it is. Ooh, people are fighting on top of the building. Who? Who's fighting? Well, obviously Shin and TANABATA are. Okay. One of Shin's abilities is rewriting thought. What? Yeah, thought rewriting is. God, this looks good. Yeah, sorry. One of Shin's abilities is rewriting thoughts. I have like two different translations. Because for those of you that don't know, if you're watching my Seiya live reactions, you know this. I'm experimenting with this new manga translation Chrome extension. So I have that, and then I have another translation. So, like, I'm trying to, like, make sure that the translation is right. Because it's right, like, it's right part of the time. So, anyways. By applying this technique to one's own brain, it is possible to rewrite even one's most fixed ideas or preconceptions. In other words, it removes the brain's limiter and it is possible to rewrite even one's most fixed ideas or preconceptions. And let's see. Yeah. Yeah, in short, this process removes the brain's limiters. Yeah. Okay. Hold on a second. Alright, let me read this part again. I'm sorry. By applying this technique to one's own brain, it is possible to rewrite even one's most fixed ideas or preconceptions. In short, this process removes the brain's limiters. This allows a person to draw up power beyond their normal limits. Okay, now that feels better. Alright, so here's my problem I have with this. Suzuki, where's the visual exposition? where's the anatomical art for this? Because previously, if I remember correctly, we've had anatomical art for the visual exposition where we see like the part of the brain that Shin taps into, or fuck, just in general. Like, I would love to see it. Like, why is Suzuki making it harder on themselves with this? Like, just draw the goddamn brain and just show it. Like, come on. That's your weapon, isn't it? Before you can even play it, I'll cut the strings. Ooh. Let's see. You can't play it with such a soft pick because my guitar is custom made. The resonance of the sound is completely different. Duh. I'm not surprised by that. Like, what do you expect, man? He's a goddamn assassin. Of course this guitar is going to be custom made for killing and for fighting. Dude, I love this panel for when TANABATA is saying the resonance of the sound is completely different. It's beautiful. All right, here we go. Here's the G sharp. Oh, so the G sharp 9 chord. Okay, here's my issue with this. Why not have the sound waves? Why are we not actually seeing the sound waves from the guitar? Like, come on. I'm really let down by that. I would have loved to have seen that. So noisy. Ooh, Shin landed on a car. Bounced off. Dude, that car like broke his landing. He's lucky. He would have went kersplat if it wasn't for that. Is this a music video shoot? Yeah. Of course. You guys, cover your ears. Ooh, an E9 chord. Okay, now we get something. I would have liked a little bit more, to be honest. But at least we're getting something in terms of like the sound wave from the guitar. But like, I would have liked to see something grander, if that makes sense. But maybe it's because no, even without an, because I'm like thinking maybe if there was oh god, if there was an amp, they'd all be fucked. But like, I still would have liked to seen something a little bit bigger, if that makes sense. Oh, damn it, dude. Seeing the... Dude! Without an amp, these... Like, here's the other thing. So we're seeing the blood coming out of people's ears like this means that their eardrums have ruptured for the most part. And I would have loved to see anatomical art here showing the depiction of, like, this... Like, the civilians' eardrums rupturing. That would have been so sick. I would have loved to seen that. Just to show that, that destruction. Oh, that would have been bomb. Damn it, no matter how much I use my psychic powers to fight, it's impossible to avoid sound. Exactly. Again, this is why I would have loved to seen how the sound waves are affecting the brain and the ear, and not just the eardrums, obviously, but the brain too. Love to see that. I can't read this guy's thoughts. It's just nonsense lyrics. It's just nonsense lyrics. I can't read them at all. What should I do? I'd like to see the nonsense lyrics. Or, well, I actually like the stupid lyrics, but I'm going to read it this way. Even I try to read this guy's thoughts, all I get is stupid lyrics. Stupid lyrics. I'd love to see the dumbass lyrics, though. What should I do? It hurts. Help me. This is bad. This is bad. I might be in a slump. Uh-oh. Even if I change the key or increase the tension, it just sounds flashier. The more I play, the more it just sounds like a generic song. I wish we could actually fucking see it depicted. Like, see the sound waves and shit. I'd love to see it. I have no talent. That's it. I'll turn this emotion into a song. I'm just like thinking back to Kanaguri, like how the Kanaguri fight was depicted. And like, I feel like we got more with it in terms of the visual exposition. And that was filmmaking. I'm like, dude, I was kind of looking forward to seeing what Suzuki was going to do with this. Fuck, if you're not going to give me sound waves, like, give me music notes. Give me something. God. Here we go. Please listen. Talent mute. Uh-oh. This is bad. If he performs a new song in the middle of town like this. Mr. Sakamoto. Ooh, there's Sakamoto on the big screen. Mr. Sakamoto, yeah! Speaking of Kaguri. That person is still alive. I don't resonate at all. Sorry, it doesn't resonate at all. As I thought, when it comes to killing in music, being ordinary just won't cut it. The tuning is all messed up. In this very moment, I don't give a damn about ordinary or whatever. What's crucial or important? What's important is it's all about spirit. Ooh. It's just, wait. Sorry, I said it was supposed to be Sakamoto-san. Oh god, I gotta stop relying on this one. Sakamoto-san is, wait, hold on. Sakamoto-san is fighting too. There's no way I could lose, my spirit here. There's no way I can let my spirit lose here. Your voice is grating on my ears. Hey, the train's coming! I'll give you a taste of my true sound. Finally, a fucking music note! Thank you! The paper gain of my resounding will. Whoa, what? Where was this? You know what? I gotta wonder if the reason why we weren't getting, like, the music notes is because of Tanabata's sound. This wasn't Ooh, okay, maybe that's why we weren't getting music notes. Is because that was supposed to represent Tanabata playing generic music. And that was like a generic sound. That would make sense. Okay, I see. That would make sense. But still, I would have liked to seen like more sound waves. And the other thing is that I would have liked to seen that still doesn't excuse not having more sound waves. And the other thing was not having the anatomical art for the visual exposition on how sound affects the brain, and how the sound destroyed Tanabata's sound destroyed people's eardrums. Doesn't excuse that. But ooh, that was sick. That destruction of that train and the tracks. But man, like when I see some of this here, I just gotta wonder, especially when Suzuki is saying, or when Tanabata is saying that, you know, his sound is becoming like very generic and shit. I gotta wonder if this is like Suzuki saying that, kind of like it's representing Suzuki saying that Sakamoto Days is becoming a little too generic for him. And not only that, like when, Tanabata is talking about, or in the case of Shin, talking about the idiot lyrics in Tanabata's head, or fuck, even the idiot, or even the stupid lyrics from last chapter. I gotta wonder if that's Suzuki kind of talking about the writer's block that he's experiencing. And the concern that he's having about, making Sakamoto Days a little more of a generic battle shonen series. Because I think some people have been kind of saying that. It's starting to get more generic. Either that or what it could be. I wonder if it could be like his editor trying to push him into a generic direction. It could be that. But like, I just gotta wonder if what he's saying through Tanabata is that, especially when Tanabata's saying he's like losing his spirit and shit like that, I feel like that's gotta be Suzuki. Talking about like what's happening with this arc. It really feels like it. Because I know at some points in this arc, especially when the art's like unfinished and shit, it feels like Suzuki has like kind of lost it. If he's kind of felt lost, maybe, if that makes sense. He's lost, there is the wording I'm looking for. He's lost his inspiration. You know what I mean? I gotta wonder if that's what Tanabata's kind of representing right now for Suzuki. And part of me is wondering if it's his editor kind of pushing him in that direction. I'm very curious what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about Tanabata kind of representing what Suzuki's experiencing right now in terms of the direction of Sakamoto Days? Because we've seen this with mangaka before, especially in recent years, like with My Dress Up Darling, for example. I'm putting my tempo hat on for this one. Is that Fukuda has said that what they wanted My Dress Up Darling to be was a cosplay manga first and a romance second, but when the anime got popular and it got more popular for the romance, what I theorized anyway was Square Enix was pressuring Fukuda to focus more on the romance and less on the cosplay. And then at some point, it seemed like Fukuda was just over it and just wanted to finish it up because they couldn't do what they wanted to do anymore. I feel like something along those lines is happening here with Suzuki, where maybe Shueisha is just telling them, like, we need you to focus more on, maybe this is what I'm thinking, Suzuki's editor is pushing them to just focus more on the battle aspect instead of the story aspect. Like the Suzuki's original intent with Sakamoto Days. That's what it kind of feels like to me. And they're trying to push him more into like a generic battle shonen. I wonder if that's what it is. That's what I'm kind of getting from, because as I always say, the art says it all. And that's what I'm kind of getting from this. And look at Ayashimon. Kagu used I think it was the second to last chapter to say what he really felt about what was going on with the series getting axed and shit. Like, I'm telling you, I think Suzuki is using Tanabata to say like what's really going on behind the scenes. That he's that he's freaking out about Sakamoto Days going into a becoming a generic battle shonen, and he's lost his inspiration. And like the more that he writes, kind of like what Tanabata said here, the more that he writes. Let me get the thing here. Where is it? Even if I change the key or increase the tension, it sounds flashier. AKA, even if I change the fight or increase, change the story or increase the tension, AKA, increase the fights, it's just is flashier. And the more I draw, more I write, the more it's like just becoming a generic battle shonen. And Suzuki's just like, I have no talent. He's feeling like I have no talent. And he wants to turn it into more, turn that emotion, channel that emotion into his art. AKA use it through Tanabata. I gotta wonder if that's why we're not, is that why we're not getting the true reunion for Amane and Yotsumura? Is that why we're not seeing that? Is that why that was off panel? Is it because Suzuki's editor is being a dick? And telling Suzuki to just focus on the fights? Is that why? I just gotta wonder, like, that to me makes the most sense. But why would you, dude, I swear to God, ever since Saito became editor-in-chief, shit has just gone downhill. Suzuki, I see it. I see what you're saying. This could, again, this is a tinfoil hat theory, but I feel like that's what he's trying to say through Tanabata. I really do. Like, we didn't get shit with, like, Tenkyu just came to the JCC all of a sudden. We don't know why he just came there. Like, we didn't get to see if he, like, met up with Yotsumura and Yotsumura told him to go there. We just don't know. I'm really annoyed by that. But man, I just gotta wonder if that's what's going on. If they just want, and also I've seen a lot from mangaka saying that they feel like they have to draw what's popular. I don't know why Suzuki, why do you feel like you need to do that though? Sakamoto Days is already popular. Like, why do this? I don't know why they're telling you to just fucking do a generic shonen kind of shit. Or make this more of a generic battle shonen. That makes no fucking sense. If your editor is I swear to God, if Suzuki's editor is telling him to do that shit, then that's fucking stupid. Your editor needs to be fired. But that's what I'm getting from this. And like, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, the lyrics from last chapter just make a little bit more sense to me. It's just, I think the lyrics from last chapter are just about like, it's just about like the fuckery that he's dealing with his editor. I really think that's what's going on here. I think Suzuki is channeling what the fuck is happening behind the scenes into Tanabata. That's what it really feels like to me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys see what I'm seeing with Tanabata? That Suzuki is just channeling like some of the fuckery that's happening behind the scenes into him? And you know what? As I said, that would explain the direction Sakamoto Days has been going in and why it's been like more fights than story. God. If that's why you want to end, you know what, Suzuki? If that's why you want to end, just end Sakamoto Days, I do not blame you. As I said, it's a very similar situation to what happened with my dress-up darling with Fukuda. I don't blame you if that's the case. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigan Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing more Sakamoto Days content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!